What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. We've got a great video for you guys today. Your favorite Uber CEO has addressed the nation once again with another great release layered with a lot of stuff that most of us would just say is not true. Before we jump into this video, we wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Solo. Solo is the best way to simply make more money as a rideshare driver. It gets you guaranteed pay, better earnings all around, and the app is packed full of a lot of different features on top of that. One of the best parts is our viewers will get $10 just for signing up by clicking the link in the description below. So check that out and let's jump in. Alrighty, so Mr. Dara had a nice interview where he was mainly talking about really where Uber stock is at, and I could go into that, but that's just a lot more of him explaining and really trying to coerce people into continually investing in Uber. So not much more needs to be said about that. But this is my favorite part of the interview, and this was the main thing I wanted to talk about in this video, is when he's talking about the positives of Uber and just how you'd think we're in the glory days, the way he talks about it. He mentioned that, you know, when you look at, we're signing up, you know, I can't remember how he phrased it, but essentially saying there's like a 70% increase in drivers each year. But we've talked a lot about this. That's really not the case because they don't stick around. A lot of people sign up for a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month. Maybe they're good enough to where they, you know, hammer out some onboarding bonus if it's halfway decent in their area, even though usually it's not. But the thing is, they don't stick around because the other side of that sweet little statistic is that only 3% of drivers will stay for a year. So they're saying, oh, we're up in the amount of drivers every single year by 70%. That's not really a positive stat, even if it were entirely true. The environmentalists say that we're the reason everything's going, you know, to crap because Uber's got so many cars on the road. I've always said I disagree with that. But regardless, it's like that's maybe not something you should promote, even if it were totally factual. And it's not, because they don't stick around. But that's the thing. See, if there's anything I've learned about this company, there are so many ways they can like sugarcoat analytics. There's so many ways where they can take one thing and say, you know, like that statement, oh, well, we have a 70% increase in drivers each year. Well, for what, in total signups? Yeah, I'm not shocked by that. Like, we've always talked about this, you know, Craigslist alone, you can go and there's like 90 ads saying sign up for Lyft, make $7 grand a month, and it's like, how many people are going to fall for that, you know? Especially imagine these areas that are expanding a little bit, growing a little bit, smaller markets where maybe Uber gets introduced, you know, as a new thing where people aren't just as aware of what it is. So if the minimum wage in some little crap town is $8 an hour, well, of course someone's going to fall for that. Oh my gosh, I can make this kind of crazy money driving for Uber. I wonder why everyone doesn't do it. You know? And then they learn why everyone doesn't do it. It feels like horrible grammar the way I phrase that, but you get the point. So they can take these little statistics like that and make it sound like they're just killing it. And one of the most frustrating parts of the interview as well was then he mentioned that I can't remember the exact number, but it was like we're 340 million cash positive or something along the lines of that. I don't know how they justified that one, but they can't report a positive quarter. But they have to continually cut our rates, get rid of surcharges for Uber Eats and delivery. So it's like, well, if things are so good and you're so proud, you know, why is it that we're always getting screwed? Why is it that we lose like 50% on every ride? Sometimes I'm nearly convinced it's more. You know, and then there was the other interview he did where he was like, you know, we're like, this was specifically for drivers. He's like, well, we're not going to lie about this stuff. And it's like, dude, you removed our ability to see how much we make on each ride. Like, what do you mean you're not gonna lie about this stuff? All you've shown us is that we can never trust you. So anyways, the writing's on the wall. I've been saying this over and over and over again. I mean, man, some drivers should probably just look into getting their CDL at this point and driving trucks. Like, I know it's like everybody wants this to stay around to maintain the flexibility, but I mean, the question you've got to start asking yourself is, how bad does it have to get before you're just done? How many more lies do you accept before you're just done? You know, I still think it's a pretty decent gig if you're just doing it very, very part-time, but it's just beyond the point where you can rely on this as income, like reliable income. I mean, it's more like, I feel like it's getting to the point for me where it's more like, oh, if I go out and if I make $100 one day, I'm like, oh, sweet, you know, I made $100. But it can't be, oh, I need to make $100 today. If it's ever I need to make $100 today, I'm gonna do something else to make my money because I don't trust it. I just don't. And I'm in Phoenix. I'm in a pretty good market for it. So, anyways, very frustrating times as rideshare drivers. I'd love to say I think it would get better, but I really don't think it will. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. If you want to actually make some better money while you do this, definitely check out Solo in the description below. Get $10 just for signing up. Hope you guys do pretty well out there this week, and I will talk to you guys soon.